Greetings, Nimrods. So those of you following the channel know that I've got a few videos, about 5 actually, on Frog's 240 that he's been fixing up over the last year and a half, 2 years. And one of the things we've always kept our eye out for was a parts car. Frog is away at college now, and he sent me a text saying he saw a parts car nearby us, not him, but us, in Facebook, and so we went and checked it out, and it had the interior seats and the glove box that he really wanted, and a few other odds and ends. And well, it had to move because it was lost its garage space, so we paid a fair price for a car that is pretty much a cart car, and you'll see why. If you notice in that first picture, it did have a tree fall on the B pillar. So we got to throw a tarp on it there while it was raining when we offloaded this. So we'll do a little walk around here and show off the car. So that's the driver's side rear panel. It's generally in pretty good shape. The paint is a little dirty and it's a little faded, but for its age, it's actually in really good shape. I have a feeling this was kept inside for a good part of its life. Got a trash bag over the window that was knocked out by the tree limb and the A-pillar there, because it is raining out on and off in this video. We had to transport it quite a ways. There's the B-pillar, I guess it's called. Smashed in pretty good. And that basically was what we thought made this a parts car, because that does not look like an easy thing to fix. I also noticed the headlights were a little ajar, and I found out later on, I was poking around it at the and from talking with the owner, the headlights don't work, and I believe it's a step relay, and I think they played around with it, and that's why the headlight's ajar there. It's not broken or hit or anything. And that front passenger side fender is in nice shape, and we may be putting that on Frog's car if we truly keep this as a parts car. And it's super clean on the inside. There's a little bit of rust there. Underneath, it's pretty good. For the age, it's in pretty good shape. Apparently, it's spent most of its life in Colorado. That's broken glass dust you see there. And there's the pillar was hit. Front seat's really nice. That was important to Frog. Shifters there. That's all complete. It's got a radio. I haven't tried that actually, but so this is a 1988, I believe. Frog's is a 91. Center console's there. Really pretty good shape on the inside. I mean, the seat is pretty much pristine. And this is the exact same color scheme that Frog has in his car. So, pretty good parts car because it's got all the little bits and pieces inside. There's not too much missing. The inside doesn't smell funky or anything. Even though it had a window knocked out, it was kept inside in the garage. Person who owned it was pretty meticulous. Got those rear quarter windows there. That's one of the other things that Frog may need. It's a rear quarter panel, nice. Couple little dents on the trunk. You know, if this was a Subaru, it would have a coexist sticker. That's just the way things go. Little dents. All right, let's run this thing, and it starts right up, and it's been cold for about 2 hours after we put it on the ramp truck. It hasn't been run, so it does start right up, and it idles fairly smoothly. It's really smoothly, really. So it seems to run fine. Obviously, we haven't driven it on the street, but that light there is the service light. So we're going to back it up into the Fortress of Solitude here. One thing I did notice when it came off the truck is that the brakes are pretty tight. It's been sitting for a while, so the rotors are probably pretty rusty. Squealing a little bit here as we're backing up. To be expected. There's nothing that concerns us. And we're into the Fortress of Solitude here. I was going to put the Suburban in here this winter, but apparently not. We'll see what happens. And now that we're in, of course I couldn't look out that driver's side window because it's all taped up Now we can untape it, open the door up, and make ruffle noises here. I was kind of surprised that the bag job worked because it was raining pretty good when we left. We could drive in the rain. Seemed to work perfectly. Didn't see any water inside. So now that we're in the Fortress of Solitude, we can take this off. Got to remember not to slam the door because the door doesn't shut. You have to kind of push it into place. There's that dent on the pillar there, and it seems pretty good at the top. We'll make a template of the windshield and flip it over to the other side and see what's going on. But the bottom doesn't seem bad, and the top doesn't seem bad, which makes me think maybe we can cut this out and weld in a new one. We have nothing to lose, and if we're able to do it, basically the rest of the car is very serviceable as far as body panels and paint and all that. It really wouldn't take much to get this thing up and going and in good shape. I mean, it really is. You also have a door this color too. It just doesn't have hinges. So we may cut the top of it off. We'll see. We'll think about it. Maybe it'll be a parts car. We don't know. Just Frog's going to have to come home for Thanksgiving and decide. You want to pop the hood here, and the engine is running. And like I said, it idles nicely. Oop, I've got to remember to put that battery back on my wife's car. Hopefully I remember. Nothing fancy here, but nothing missing either, so. Other than the headlights not working. Step here, which appears to be on the opposite side. I was looking for it in a different spot where it was in all the other. Same spot. It's on the driver's side, or it appears to be. I got to dig in. It's right there. You can see it above the battery. See if that is actually it. Again, nice and quiet. The exhaust. I mean, underneath it doesn't look new. I mean, the catalytic converter and the downpipe are rusty looking, but it doesn't leak at all, and it doesn't. And it's very quiet. The whole car is very quiet. The other thing I noticed that when we offloaded it off the ramp truck, it sat over the driveway for maybe 45 minutes or so before we moved it to the Fortress of Solitude, and there was no suspicious rainbow colors on the driveway under where the car was. So that's a positive sign that it's not dripping oil. And it wasn't a garage, and there was no oil under it when we took it out. So all in all, it's in pretty good shape. There's some service records, and we're pretty happy with it. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. You gotta fix that. That's better. Happy hunting, Nimrods.